Hello. As you may all know, millennials are killing everything from the diamond industry to big restaurant chains to Sudanese men named Greg. But there's one thing that they're killing that is far worse than any of that, and that is they're massacring of mayonnaise.
Wait, is this the article?
No. Now, do either of you like mayonnaise?
I'm more of a Miracle Whip fan, honestly.
I'll take it as a no from Zane. He
Sorry,
is here,
staring
everyone.
off to space.
I'm working on this fucking intro.
Sorry.
Now, I don't like mayonnaise, but at the same time, I'm not from around here, per se. And what we have here is a lovely, lovely article written by a Miss Sandy Hingston for the Philadelphia Magazine.
Oh no, Philadelphia.
How millennials killed mayonnaise. The inexorable rise of identity condiments has led to hard times for the most American of foodstuffs, and that's a shame.
Is this a serious article or is it a satire?
It's completely 100% serious.
Oh no.
I write this in the dead of summer, always a bittersweet season. Why is it we got summers off from school for all those years, but we don't get summers off from work?
Because that's life.
Welcome to the real world.
Can you imagine all those water parks having to be shut down during summer?
Well, I mean,
Sorry, the water park through the year, oh god damn. Just imagine all
now
works
what is
and
Milwaukee
economy.
supposed to do?
Sorry, we can't go to war. It's the middle of summer.
We can't go to Mount Olympus. I'm sorry, Billy. I know you wanted to go to the water park, but it's summer. Everyone has everyone's off the job right now.
Oh boy.
I would say something like that with the thing of Great Wolf Lodge, but that can be visited at any time, so...
But doubly depressing these days when I find myself suffering from picnic panic. The hot, languid weather brings with it a series of outdoor family events for which, as a tribal elder, I'm charged with providing provisions. Lately, though, I've had my feet cut out from under me. For years, nay, decades, my contributions to the Hingston Clan's Memorial Day and 4th of July and Labor Day gatherings were no-brainers. I made what my mother once made. She was such a good cook that when she died prematurely, my husband and I typed up and photocopied, quaint, I know, a booklet of her recipes, tried and true favorites on which she built her formidable culinary reputation. When the holidays rolled around, I simply recreated one of her delicious dishes and toted it along.
This woman just sounds so far up her own ass, just gonna say that right now.
Well, she is a baby boomer.
True.
You don't call yourself America's greatest generation without having your head stuck so far up your own ass that you can see your tonsils.
America's greatest generation, right?
Along about a decade ago, though, I began to notice I was toting home as much of my offerings as I'd concocted. My contributions were being overlooked or shunned. Why should this be? Mom's extraordinary potato salad, fragrant with dill, spiced with celery seed, went untouched on the picnic table. So did her macaroni salad, and her chicken salad, and her deviled eggs. When I carted home...
Maybe it's because you're a bad cook and can never live up to what your mother was. Have you ever thought of that?
Shit. So I'm throwing shade. When I carted up...
I mean, it's true, though.
Yeah, step up your game, Sandy. When I carted home a good 3 pounds of painstakingly prepared Waldorf salad, all that peeling and coring and slicing, I was forced to face facts. The family's taste had changed, or rather, our family had changed. Oldsters were dying off, and the youngins were taking our places in the paper plate line. Were somehow different.
They didn't like the white stuff on their face.
God damn it!
It's true though. Mayo's white, right?
Well, yeah.
I already know what the problem is. Everyone's watched too much anime and hentai. Just like I can't have these
have
thoughts
had
happening.
plenty of white stuff on my face, and that has not stopped me from eating.
I mean, have you had cheesecake with whipped cream on it?
Why would you be getting cheesecake spread across your face?
With whipped cream on it. And it was an accident, and I tend to take two.
With it?
What?
I can't understand that.
No comprende, por favor.
Fruit toppings is one thing. Whipped cream on cheesecake is another. The textures don't go together.
I mean, I think it's fine. The tastes are fine. Or like ice cream on my face. Like, that's not going to stop me from eating ice cream if it's white. I mean...
Yeah, but that's because it's a bit more solid. Mayo, like, will drip all over you like an actual sticky
What kind
liquid.
of mayo have you been stuffing in your hole?
I don't actually eat mayo. I'm just making bullshit up.
I think you're mixing up mayo and ranch.
Ugh.
Probably.
Mayo is a bit more solid than you think. It's probably I think it'd be easy to compare it to cold whipped cream.
Solid is mayo?
Are you literally Googling it?
Understanding mayonnaise, some beans.
I thought we were just reading one article. Why are you reading the second one?
Some time ago, I wrote a post on a confiscation microcopy.
What the fuck?
I don't even know. I think this dude's trying to like talk about like the actual like things that make a mayo. Okay. I'm getting distracted. Sorry.
In my experience, it's been comparable to when you've just like freshly pulled whipped cream out of the fridge. Anyway, I racked my brain for the source of this generational disconnect. You sure it's not age?
Different ages like different things.
And then, one weekend holiday, when surveying the condiments set out at the Burger Family Bash, I found it. On offer were 4 different kinds of mustard, 3 ketchups, one made from, I kid you not, bananas, 7 sorts of salad, salsa, kimchi, wasabi, relishes of every ilk and hue.
Wait, is she like freaking out?
Banana ketchup, ketchup dates back all the way to World War II.
Is she literally freaking out about condiments?
Mm-hmm.
This is a
Talk about first world problems.
Ugh.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Honestly, I can't imagine someone freaking out over wasabi.
I mean, wasabi is good. Like, really
I don't
good.
like the taste of it, but at the same time, it's something that I can still eat. I once had an entire spoonful just because of the fact that I wanted to prove it to someone.
Well, that's your problem. But like,
he's like, it's not that bad. Look,
and your throat promptly lit on fire, didn't it?
Not really. No, it cleared out my sinuses, but that was it. It's kind of like
good.
biting into an onion that's been sprayed with floor cleaner.
I don't know how or why you have made this comparison.
Well, the sinus clearing out thing was more like the onion, but it tastes like floor cleaner.
How do you know what floor cleaner tastes like?
Have you never smelled floor cleaner? Like when you just like spray out a huff of it, or like spray out some of it, and smell wafts up your nose holes?
I usually use bleach, but we have hardwood
Smell
floors.
is closely associated with taste.
Well, yes, but that doesn't mean they're exactly the same. Oysters smell and taste very different.
What was missing, though, was the common foundation of all mom's picnic foods. Mayonnaise. While I wasn't watching, mayo's day had come and gone. It's too basic for contemporary tastes, pale and insipid and not nearly exotic enough for our era of globalization.
Who the hell cares?
Why are you blaming globalization? Oh no, our tastes are becoming more diverse. Dear God, what have we done?
It's a shame your mom's dead. Maybe if she was alive, they would have liked her cooking. But she's not.
Maybe if she was alive, she would have been digging into that kimchi.
Maybe if you didn't fucking suck at cooking, your kids would have loved your mom's cooking. But they don't.
They probably would have liked your mom's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
They probably just don't like yours. Good old mayo has become the Taylor Swift of condiments.
What? Taylor Swift is still, like, popular, though.
I'm sorry, when was the last time you listened to a Taylor Swift song? Voluntarily.
I actually already forgot who that lady was.
Voluntarily is a different matter, but one of my sisters really likes Taylor Swift. Like, a lot.
She's been just trying to prove to us that she can get worse and worse at what she does.
I don't mind her music, but
my mom was the daughter of Lithuanian immigrants born in the era in which huddled masses clambered ashore on Ellis Island, their pockets stuffed with kielbasa and chorizo and braunschweiger and mackinac and lapsiong, and were processed. No, mackinac, not mackinac. Also, I could go for some kielbasa right now. Fuck.
I don't know what most of those things are.
Well, that's because you're uncultured.
Oof.
And were processed in the Great American Assimilation Grinder, emerging to dine happily ever after on Hatfield hot dogs and potato salad. That sounds like a downgrade.
Yeah, hot dogs are not good.
I'd have kielbasa 1,000 times before I eat hot dogs.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds good.
Kielbasa. It is good. If you want to look it up, it's Kielbasa.
I'll look it up later.
All right. Her entire life, she worried about sticking out, about not fitting in. She was self-conscious that her parents spoke with accents. She worked like a tiger to haul herself out of South Philly via Girls High and Temple, where she met my dad, whose American heritage stretched a few decades further back and whose people came from the British Isles, the Omphalos of bland food. Oh, no wonder you like mayonnaise.
Yeah, I was about to say, is she talking about her rich history, but then complaining when her family doesn't like basic?
Complaining about people embracing other cultures when she's talking about how great it is that her mother suppressed her own culture.
And I thought Atlanta Nights was full of contradictions.
It's like, oh, it's great that my mother just suppressed her culture in order to fit in, but the moment someone decides to try and get me to do anything different, fuck them.
Also, I'm pretty sure tigers, because their cats spend a lot of their time lying around, so they don't really work per se.
Yeah. Okay.
Work like a horse might have been more appropriate.
Probably. America in the 1950s was full of strivers like Mom, desperate to forget family legacies of black teas and box ties and brambrake, pouring through the pages of Family Circle and Good Housekeeping and Woman's Day for Stars and Stripes recipes that repped their newfound land. Yeah, but those recipes are always shit.
Depends.
American food is kind of shit. Mostly because actual American food is derived from British food, which is shit.
Yeah, the Brits aren't exactly known for their fine.
There's a reason why people go to these restaurants that do specialize in other cultures' food, because it has taste. I think the hot dog's a perfect analogy for America because of the fact that it's basically just a loss of identity in food form.
That game I was playing.
You're playing something right now.
No, not right now. Not right now. That game I was playing a while back. That game where you fucking
fantasy
all of them. No.
Oh, different. Oh, different.
There's a game where you fuck people from history, right? when you go to America, because like every once in a while you go to like new places and it'll like talk about the food there. It's like I pretty much only remember the one food that they sold in America was hot dogs. That
pretty
was
much,
the cool, amazing food about America.
And hot dog is technically derived from Germany.
What about chicken and waffles?
Sausage is way better.
I think chicken and waffles is technically American, being as that's just
soul
like
food.
some. Yeah,
it's considered soul food. I think soul food.
Yeah, of course, soul food would be considered American. It was created in the South.
Is mac and cheese considered American, or was that invented?
I'm pretty sure it's just considered lazy.
I like mac and cheese, but okay.
You have to admit, it's not very inventive.
You're not very inventive.
They wanted all their strangeness to dissolve into the sizzling pot of Crisco that crisped their food, their French, not French with a capital F, fries. Granted, it's profoundly unfortunate in esculent terms that the nation's newcomers fixated on foods from England and Ireland and Scotland. Oh, but when people fixate on foods from other countries nowadays, that's bad.
Does she not like taste her own hypocrisy in this writing?
Like I said, her head's so far up her ass she can see her own tonsils. Do you really think she can taste much right now?
No, probably not.
But women's mag
colorful analogy.
I could have made another one of like her head so far up her own ass she can smell her teeth. But women's magazines back then were almost exclusively edited by WASPs.
Who?
WASPs, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
Oh,
so me.
And basically, like, just white people from English descent.
So, Tom, I
So
don't like all
me.
those women's magazines.
How are you enjoying your potato salad, you fucking cretin?
I think lying about people or like having a miracle food to lose weight is kind of despicable, honestly.
Well, obviously. Besides, the impetus seemed righteous. In a world torn asunder by the Great Depression, the Holocaust, and 2 world wars, our citizenry needed to come together, be united, rally behind a collective vision of what it meant to be an American.
So food, yay.
Well, basically, I mean, have you met an American that isn't currently stuffing their face?
I'm not eating right now.
I'm not eating right now either.
That's
and I'm
2.
not from around here. You lived in a single-family house. You drove a station wagon. You wore bowling shirts and blue jeans. And you slathered mayonnaise on everything from BLTs to burgers to pastrami on rye.
Ugh. Mayonnaise and pastrami. That's just a bad combination.
That doesn't seem like it go together.
Yeah, no. Mustard and pastrami goes together way better.
How do you think hold the mayo became a saying? There was always mayo. Mayo is eternal.
Mayo is your god.
This is your god now. And if you were some kind of deviant who didn't want it, you had to say so out loud.
Wow.
My son, Jay. Wait, what was it?
Is that what you're supposed to do when you don't like condoms? What if you're like allergic to mayo?
Then
I don't want mayo, and they're just like, "What the fuck? What's wrong with you?"
I'm allergic to the ingredients. I can't have eggs.
Suck it up, Buttercup. It's American.
That sounds like America in general. Oh, you don't like this terrible shit? Too bad. My son Jake, who's 25, eats mayo. He's a practical good man who works in computers and adores macaroni salad. He's a good son. I also have a daughter. She's a woman's and gender studies major in college. Naturally, she loathes mayonnaise.
Because it has the word man in it.
Wow.
Obviously, the reason I dislike mayonnaise is because of feminism.
Wow. I have no words for this. Like, wow. What the hell, man?
And she's not alone. Ask the young people you know their opinion of mayo. And you'll be shocked by the depths of their emotion, like, not really my thing.
Or maybe Except the fact that mayo isn't as good as mustard or ketchup.
I love the depths of their emotion. Not really my thing. I'd rather not.
Please don't.
Oh, there's the occasional outlier, like Jake. But for the most part, today's youth would sooner get their news from an actual newspaper than ingest mayo.
I read the newspaper. Like,
and do you ingest mayo?
Not really, but
exactly. You've proved her point.
Well, with her logic, she probably would take that side of the argument.
I don't eat mayo and I don't read the news.
Same. The origins of this contentious condiment are hotly debated. Is its name derived from the city of Mahon in the Balearic island of Minorca, where the Duc de Richelieu's chef, unable to find cream for a sauce to celebrate his lordship's successful siege during the 7 Years' War, substituted an emulsion of eggs and oil? Or is it a bastardization of bayonnaise from the Gallic town renowned for their tasty hams? Whatever, either way, the dressing had crossed the Atlantic by 1838, when Chi-Chi Manhattan...
Like, seriously.
When Chi-Chi Manhattan restaurant Del Monaco's offered both lobster and chicken mayonnaise on its menu. That seems like a horrible combination.
Ew, that... Ugh.
Lobster and mayonnaise.
Why would you ruin lobster with mayonnaise? Like, just use butter. Like,
butter and lemon. Fucking amazing.
Yes.
Maybe get some, like, cocktail sauce, too, and, like, take the entire tail and dip it in there like it's a shrimp tail.
I mean, maybe, but even so, it's just like...
That seems like it'd be fun. Just
mayonnaise.
Am I thinking... Yeah, mayo spread, to the more common man after the invention of the mechanical bread slicer, just in time for sandwiches to be tucked inside brown bags and unwrapped in the lunchrooms of the nation's factories. Mayonnaise at this point was still mostly handmade, whisked up by wives as needed, but the culinary horizon was shifting.
Can this be over?
I have
like this.
No words.
Not on your life. In 1912, the German immigrant owner of an Upper West Side deli, Richard Hellman, began to sell mayonnaise packed in jars decorated with 3 blue ribbons, according to culinary historian Andrew Smith. These jars differed from those of Hellman's condiment competitors in one vital way. They had wide mouths, enabling customers to get big-ass spoons inside.
Amazing.
This lady's dead-ass used the phrase big-ass in a magazine article.
Bravo.
Sales were so successful that 2 years later, Hellman sold his deli to open the first in an ever-growing series of manufacturing facilities devoted to Hellman's Blue Ribbon Mayonnaise. At this point, when Hellman and his wife were in Europe to research product distribution, travel agents urged them to sail back to the U.S. on a shiny new ship, the Titanic.
Yeah, that. Mm-hmm.
That was making its maiden voyage. They took a smaller ship instead, and thank God.
I mean, would the world really be lesser if Hellman had died on the Titanic?
Probably not.
I don't think so either.
Because Hellman's was the only mayonnaise my mayo-doting dad ever ate.
Ugh.
Oh no! What would your father have eaten if he was on the Titanic? More than 100 years after its creation, Hellman still sells more than half the mayonnaise in the nation. It is, Henri Levaux wrote in Slate a few years back, the standard by which all others are judged. Levaux interviewed a professional taster who he says considers Hellmann's a member of an exclusive group of products that are so refined and sophisticated that it's hard for the average palate to break them down into their component flavors. You don't taste egg in Hellmann's, the taster explained. You don't taste oil or vinegar. All the flavors blend together. They're balanced. Nothing sticks out. Everything is appropriate. Everything
is awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is best. We're living our dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, the baby boomers generation complaining about mayonnaise dying in modern day culture.
Nothing sticks out. Mayonnaise isn't bland. It's artfully blended. It's an evocation of the era I grew up in, of the homogeneity of that old dead American dream.
Yeah, like...
That's right.
The only reason
it's a symbol of the American dream. And if you hate mayonnaise, you hate America.
Like, it's like... The only reason this is good is because it was around when I was growing up, and I'm the only one who matters. Me.
It's like those people that all like bitch about modern cartoons. Like, cartoons in my day were better. Back then, we had shit like G.I. Joe.
That was a terrible cartoon because they
only existed to sell toys.
And also, whenever they shot people, they would miss and then just go punch them in the face. It was the stupidest thing.
That's actually kind of amazing.
It's
because that's a lot more entertaining than someone shooting someone, because there's no entertainment in someone shooting someone. Anyone can fucking do that.
Even so, you'd think trained soldiers would be able to hit the broadside of a barn, but no, apparently not.
One of the reasons for mayonnaise's early popularity, according to public health historian David Merritt Johns, was that it served to disguise flaws in the ingredients it coated. Potatoes past their date, flabby cabbage, tuna that was less than pristine. Young people like my daughter somehow have extrapolated this masking function from condiment to culture. For them, mayo quite literally whitewashed America's immigrants into eating dull food.
I wish I could be this jaded about things.
I wish I could be this stupid. Life would be a lot more fun.
I could only imagine how blissful this woman must be in her spare time. Just the level of ignorance is astounding.
Ignorance is bliss. Yeah, yes. But she also probably goes on and posts stuff on her like social media about how she's annoyed about people complaining about inequality.
It's possible.
The newer generations are refusing to meekly fall in line with a culinary heritage that never was theirs. Instead, they're gobbling up kefir and ajvar and kimchi curry and gochujang again. Gochujang again.
Gucci gang?
Gochujang. Gochujang? I don't know.
Again, who cares?
Like, oh no, they're branching out. They're not conforming.
That really sounds like what this is.
Yeah, she's complaining about people not conforming.
This is what this is, and the baby boomer generation like preaches about, oh, you shouldn't conform, you should reach out. And
the baby boomer generation is one of those that's always talking about, oh yeah, America was formed on individuality and the fact that we aren't like other people, and then they get upset when someone does something different.
Hey.
They're also shunning their parents' preferred restaurants. Applebee's, Ruby Tuesday, TGI Fridays.
Well, maybe because those restaurants aren't the best,
Those are pretty low quality, in all honesty. To seek out more authentic fare. Old school eateries, in turn, are diversifying in their search for new customers. Just this year, Red Lobster rolled out a waffles and lobster option. Okay, that actually sounds kind of interesting.
That does sound interesting. I'm not going to say good because I haven't tried it yet, but that sounds interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I only go there for the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I have never been to Red Lobster, so I don't know.
You're not missing out on much.
I like their biscuits.
I mean, like once a year, I go there to eat an entire pound of snow crab legs.
I mean,
and then I hate myself for a week after.
Well, I mean, snow crab legs are kind of rich food, man.
Yeah. And Red Robin launched a vegan burger. Oh no. They're giving options to vegan customers. How dare they?
My whole thing is like, just support local businesses. They've got just as much, if not more, diversity than just about anything else. Like there's a place that I just went to with my cousin when I was in Dallas the other day. It's called like Burger Island or something, and it's a small local business, but the burgers are amazing there, and they've got so much variety. Like they've got like a pineapple burger, which I didn't try but sounded interesting. And
that's typically called like the Hawaiian or something of the sort. That's not really that. No, well, I've seen that at like.
But that was like one of 20 different burgers they had, like different flavors and different designs and stuff. And like, it was, I don't know. Support local businesses. It's a good thing to do.
McDonald's has debuted a signature sriracha burger, joining KFC, Wendy's, and Subway in signing on to the sizzling Thai sauce's moment in the sun. Yeah, but sriracha tastes good.
Yeah, I was about to say, sriracha's pretty good if you like spicy food.
You don't go to fucking Subway and not get sriracha sauce.
I do.
Well, it depends on the sandwich I'm fixing.
You don't see Hugh Fong... Oh, shit. You don't see Hugh Fong Food starting a smear campaign against the cultural appropriation of that.
What?
I mean, they're making money. Why would they? These people are buying our food. How dare they?
You fool! This sauce was only a test! You're all racist!
We're only supposed to be selling this sauce to Thai people. But what food people really, really love to hate on is mayonnaise.
I mean,
fuck this mayonnaise, am I right?
That sandwich was really good, but they had one problem. It had mayonnaise on it. That made me give the restaurant a 0 out of 5 stars.
0 out of 5 stars had mayonnaise. Back in 2013, BuzzFeed ran an article titled 24 Reasons Mayonnaise is the Devil's Condiment. The writer called it the slime of Satan.
Well, why do people care about condiments so much?
Why does this lady care about condiments so much? I can understand not liking when someone surprises you with mayonnaise on something.
I mean,
like, the fuck is this?
Surprise! Mayo pancakes!
Oh, God!
Surprise! It's donuts with, rather than cream filling, it's mayonnaise filling.
Ah! Oh!
Surprise! It's just a bowl of mayonnaise.
It's mayonnaise in a taco bowl.
It's oatmeal and mayonnaise.
It's mayonnaise and oatmeal. Well, you see, it was going to be cream and strawberries, but we decided to switch out the cream and strawberries oatmeal with mayonnaise. So now it's mayonnaise and strawberry oatmeal. Just 3 years later, BuzzFeed ran another piece. 23 things you'll only understand if you fucking hate mayo. By a different author. There was no overlap.
Is that a real article?
If you're citing BuzzFeed as like a scholarly article, you've got
if you're sourcing BuzzFeed as your reason why something is being taken down,
you're clueless then.
BuzzFeed is clearly an opinion column.
It's an opinion column for one, and for another, it's a very exclusive opinion column. Don't even get me started on this one fucking article that's 20 things that only 90s kids from England will understand. And one, like, the picture that was given was someone who had licked like a push pop into like a cone shape.
I mean,
it's like, I'm pretty sure everyone who's ever had a push pop has done that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a ring pop fan, honestly,
he wants someone to put that ring on his finger. You walk up to Tom, you get down on one knee, you pull that little plastic package out behind your back, and you hand him that fucking ring pop.
I mean, I won't say no to a free ring pop, but like.
Drew Marjorie penned a piece for Bon Appetit with the headline, "Big Mayo will destroy us all." I'm pretty sure that's more just about the corporations than anything.
Hey, make sure to watch out for that big mayo.
That sounds like a slang term for something like, I don't know.
I think I worked with a guy called Big Mayo.
I was about to say, I'm going to make that my stage name.
A movie called The Mayo Conspiracy won the Best Comedy Feature at 2015's World's Independent Film Festival. It concerns the gradual uncovering by a journalist of a mayonnaise cartel that plans to take over the world.
That sounds amazing.
This comedy film is clearly just talking about how much they hate this stuff.
Or they're just making fun of the uncovered footage movies in a comedy. I mean, that's usually what they do.
Or it's just one of those wild, fucking insane ideas that actually worked.
Yeah. Like Chirpy. Clearly, there's something more to this river of resentment than a miscible mixture of eggs and oil. It's obvious to me that this condimental divide...
Condimental. I want to kill her.
Puns! Can be traced to the young folks' rejection of what they sneeringly consider a boring white food. You think 23andMe and MyHeritage and all DNA testing companies are flourishing because people want to find out their ancestry came from Aberdeen? Hells no! They want to be from Marrakesh or Manchuria or Malawi. It's the same with condiments. I'm not part of the elderly Mayo massive. I'm turkey and Swiss on ciabatta with tzatziki, chipotle spread, and a little basil pesto. That's who I am, damn it. My sandwich, myself.
Drugs may have been involved.
Honestly, that just sounds fucking delicious.
I don't know. I'm just talking about the comparison.
I don't think this person knows what delicious means.
Well, I'm talking about the little example sandwich given there, because turkey and Swiss on ciabatta sounds amazing.
That does sound good. Like, turkey and Swiss is a good combination anyway.
Oh, yeah. Granted, there are other theories regarding mass generational mayonnaise rejection.
Is that a thing? Or is she just making it a thing? Because I feel like she's just making it a thing.
I kind of hope that MGMR is a thing, but I'm not sure.
I mean...
Some experts say the dislike springs from the fact that mayo jiggles.
If I want something jiggly, I look at some titties, man. Come on. Nobody cares if it jiggles. Jello jiggles.
You may have noticed that use similar circumvention of gelled salads. My mom once made a dynamite one with black cherry jello, walnuts, olives, canned cherries, and small balls of cream cheese. God, that sounds awful.
Don't knock it till you try it, I guess.
I don't like olives at all. No.
Oh, olives. Okay, I didn't hear that. Yeah, no, that doesn't sound...
Black cherry jello, walnuts, olives, canned cherries, and small balls of cream cheese.
I mean, if the olives were gone, it might sound interesting, but like I don't know if it's... I don't know why. I
don't think walnuts would be a good idea in that.
Yeah.
Because imagine you're like eating jello.
Well,
and then you just bite into a walnut.
Well, a lot of my family do like some Southern cooking type stuff, and I've had like a mandarin orange and pecan jello type thing that's actually really good. And it's like
I fucking love gelatin, but Jesus.
Yeah, it's an interesting combination of texture, and that would be a turn off to some people. I mean, that's kind of why I don't like olives, because there's a weird texture and it just feels, it doesn't feel good.
But also, the olive taste just wouldn't go with anything sweet.
Yeah, no, I don't know why they added olives to that.
Others posit that mayonnaise is reminiscent of bodily fluids and therefore, as Penn psychology professor Paul Rosen has suggested, too disgusting to ingest.
Sex joke.
I mean, after all, that one former coworker of mine, Big Mayo. He probably should have gotten that checked out by a doctor.
That
Kendra Pierre Louis has got right down to it got right down to a re-mayo in popular science. The viscous quality is the sort of thickness that you'd get from fluid oozing out of a rotted carcass, as anyone who has ever poked a rotted squirrel with a stick can attest.
Why?
And the creamy appearance of mayonnaise isn't dissimilar to what would emerge from, say, a popped zit.
Okay.
One you're not wrong.
Pus and mayonnaise have a little bit of a different texture. Like
it's a bit too similar. Yeah.
I mean, well,
maybe this lady just watches a lot of Dr. Pimple Popper.
Maybe. Oh, okay. So like coming from a cyst or something. Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah. This is bullshit. This attitude comes to you from young people who willingly slurp down 8 gazillion kinds of yogurt. Yeah, yogurt's fucking delicious. Not to mention raw fish. Also delicious.
How can you complain so much about mayo?
Raw fish and pork belly and detergent pods. You mean that thing?
Detergent pods.
You mean that thing that was a meme that people were making fun of, and then the media brought it up, and it came back, and like I think 4 people actually did eat detergent pods, which is fucking nothing in regards to like calls that like specialists get in regards to like poison control. You know, that thing. A whole bunch of people joking online about the forbidden gummy.
The media is nowhere near as smart as they think they are.
Well, yeah, I mean, it fucking includes Fox News.
All of them, really. They're all so opinionated anymore. There's no news. There's just opinions. Ridiculous.
Oh, God. So don't talk to me about mayonnaise. The only reason for this raging mayo-phobia is a generation's gut-level renouncement of the greatest generation's condiment of choice.
The greatest generation's best condiment.
Hey, ma'am. How do the back of your teeth smell?
My question is just the reason... Okay.
Because fuck your heads up your own ass.
Okay, I don't have questions. I have a lot of criticisms. Okay, millennials, our generation, are not the greatest generation.
No generation's the greatest generation.
Yeah, no, that's the whole thing. So why are you calling your generation the greatest generation? You're the one...
Because she's a baby boomer.
Just...
Here's the thing, though. Every generation has gotten the complaints that millennials are getting right now from the generation prior.
Yeah. True.
Every generation.
Yeah, true. And it's going to be, there are going to be articles like this in the future where people are saying the millennials were the
talking about
generation.
There's going to be like articles in the future by millennials complaining about whoever's after Gen Z.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just yeah.
But here's the thing. The all-American condiments didn't have to be mayonnaise. It could have been ketchup or mustard. Hell, it could have been horseradish, but it wasn't. I'd much rather eat horseradish.
Horseradish is actually good.
It has taste.
Mm-hmm.
Ketchup, please.
It's not mayo's fault that it's been so successful that it glimpsed the condiment breach and jiggled right on through.
Well, much like your mom, its time is over.
Oh my God!
Well, he's
dark.
not wrong.
As Boston chef Scott Jones told Ariel Laveau, the magic that sets mayonnaise above Coke and Heinz is that mayo is a perfect flavor carrier. Why would you be spreading Coke on food?
Why did they put cocaine in Coca-Cola?
I don't know. It just makes everything better. Need proof? Do other condiments have pale imitators like Miracle Whip and just mayo and vegenaise?
Okay, fuck you. Miracle Whip is way better than mayonnaise.
Also, have you not seen the millions of like off-brand ketchup and mayos?
You mean mustards?
Ketchup and mustards. Whoops.
Mm-hmm. You know, when I think American, I think more ketchup than.
When I think American,
mayo.
I think obese, but that's just me.
I'm talking about food here.
Food, like
Yes.
hot dogs and ketchup. That's what I think of
Yeah.
when I think American.
Hey, we're all capable of growth, you know. I add a little fish sauce to my stir fries these days. I have a bottle of. I have a bottle of.
I keep interrupting you. Sorry.
I have a bottle of salsa Lizano on my refrigerator door. I thought young people today were supposed to be all about inclusion, about kindness and compassion, making other people feel welcome. Well, how about you include a little mayo in your picnic fare?
Then bring your own fucking mayo.
Just carry around,
bitch.
just carry around like little pocket mayo,
It's not that hard. It's not that hard. You've learned that you're going to be going to a picnic or something, and you go, oh, maybe they won't have mayonnaise. I could ask around, but just to be safe, I could also just pack a jar of mayonnaise to bring with me.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, if you're going to just, she's an idiot.
It's like those people who have peanut butter and like waffles or pancakes or whatever. Like they put peanut butter instead of syrup or whatever. And so when they go to a waffle bar, they take a jar of peanut butter with them.
Because they don't
because they don't expect the restaurant to accommodate them because it's not really that common.
Unless you're a baby boomer, then you expect everyone to accommodate you because you're the greatest generation.
Obviously.
Is it over though? Has she finally stopped?
No. Mayonnaise has been the building block for 1,000 different tweaks in a rainbow of cultures.
God damn it!
Russian dressing, remoulade, comeback sauce, fry sauce, Kewpie, salsa rosada, and mayo chop. Ew.
I have no words.
Just because something is old and white doesn't mean it's obsolete. Look at Shakespeare. Look at me.
Well, Shakespeare, you have a point.
She just equated Shakespeare to not only mayonnaise but also herself.
No, she's equating herself and mayonnaise to Shakespeare.
Motherfucker says that her and mayonnaise are on equal footing with Shakespeare.
Yeah, no. No, not even on a good day is mayonnaise on equal footing with anything other than other condiments. And you are not on equal footing with Shakespeare, no matter how hard you try.
This isn't an episode of Food Wars. You weren't going to put a spoonful of mayo in your mouth. Fucking orgasm.
Is that a thing that
Smart
happens?
as a jar. Yes.
References.
Wait.
Then again,
Wars?
yes, to Food.
Okay, that's
that cooking anime.
Oh, the freaking
with the foodgasms.
Toriko, yeah, that's a fun anime. I love it.
With the foodgasms.
Yes, I love foodgasms. They're just hilarious.
Then again, it may be too late to staunch the mayo hate. America may already be too far gone.
Oh no, we don't like mayo.
We're doomed. Not just
while I was researching this
food.
While I was researching this article, what, you think I just pull this stuff out of thin air?
Yes.
Yes. It's an opinion piece. Of course you pull it out of thin air.
I came across some news that for one brief shining moment filled me with hope. An organization known as the Association of Dressings and Sauces, or ADS, took a poll that revealed something amazing. Millennials love mayo, the headline screamed, according to the ADS. Older millennials, those ages 25 to 34, are the most frequent purchasers of my mom's preferred condiment, ahead of the most frequent, which would happen to be my demographic, boomers age 55 to 65. Granted, we boomers are all anxious to avoid the Mayo Clinic, but could a new generation be primed and ready to take up Richard Hellman's torch, that didn't sink on the Titanic?
God.
But I have a question. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
Horseradish isn't an instrument either.
Oh no, tucked well down in the report of the survey was this nugget. courtesy of ADS Executive Director Ginny fucking human names.
And
Ginny Maluski.
And I'm sure this is 100% accurate because scientific studies never pay people to vote in favor of something else.
Never get. We were founded the Mayonnaise Products Manufacturers Association, and had to change your name to stay relevant. Okay, Association for Dressings and Sauces. I see it how it is. The saddest part is my mom's macaroni salad is banging.
Maybe your mom's was. What about yours?
You kids are only cheating yourselves by rejecting it. Besides, I've got news. That aioli you're all so fond of, hate to break it to you, but that's just mayonnaise.
The what?
What?
Okay, I'm gonna fucking copy and paste the word. And just so you know, it's not mayonnaise. It's basically kind of more of a proto-mayonnaise. Because of the fact that it's before mayonnaise got smoothed out and refined into what it is now. So it had a pretty big difference in taste.
Okay, but what about hummus?
What about just, ketchup? Can't I just stick to that?
I mean, you can, but like ketchup and crackers isn't very good.
Yeah, you got me there.
Where did that come from? Because we joked about that before.
Joked about what?
Ketchup and crackers?
Did we?
Or no. Or was that... I remember a ketchup and crackers joke at some point.
Nah, you're just crazy.
Must not have been when I was there, at least.
But yeah, so... Yeah. Mayo is dead and all of you millennials killed it.
Good.
I hope you're happy.
I will now actively never eat mayo again.
I shall now continue not giving a shit about mayo.
I shall now continue on with my life, so much enriched now that I read this spoiled white idiot's temper tantrum.
Hey man, why you gotta bring race into it?
Hey, if it's about white people, it's not racist. Let's be honest.
Fair enough.
And I'm white, so I can say that.
Yeah, Tom can no longer buy tiki torches.